was also trending out. I didn't catch this one. You did. Now, everybody was talking about on the news after it dropped was the Parks and Rec. A new episode that they did. They raised money for, I guess, what's going on right now with the pandemic and the quarantine and whatnot.
Yeah, food banks and I guess raised it.
What? So it debuted on? Did it debut online or did it debut on air?
It debuted, so they actually did a premiere on NBC. They filmed it obviously after the pandemic had hit. So and I feel like it's been really interesting to watch shows like they've been doing it. Obviously, talk shows I think have had a pretty easy time with just doing Zoom and Skype calls and whatever. SNL's been doing it, so they did a similar thing. But it's the first time I've really seen like a sitcom with a real narrative structure try to pull it off. So they did it just as the old parks department of Pawnee, like Leslie's trying to put together like a phone tree where everybody just has to call each other. So I think it was the smoothest way to do it, and it definitely worked for like a one-off episode.
Right.
And obviously was really successful and heartfelt, and I cried because I'm an emotional wreck lately.
I heard that song that was for that animal.
Yeah, it was a tearjerker. I was like trying to hide it.
I was trying to watch that show. Oh, I still haven't caught it. Then you told me where. So where can you find it if you haven't caught up to it yet?
So the special I believe is on Hulu and YouTube. They've made it pretty accessible, and then actual Parks and Rec I believe is still on Netflix. If you just need to catch up with that, which honestly such a feel good show. So I recommend it.
But another show that did the same thing recently is a new show called All Rise. It's a judge TV show, lawyers and whatnot. It's a drama.
Yeah.
And it's on CBS, I believe. And they just aired their latest episode where they're all quarantined. So they were in character, and they filmed on Zoom or whatnot, and everyone was stuck at home. And they're talking about how the courts are backed up, and they even a lawyer even tried to talk to a client, virtually, like the prisons are getting overwhelmed by the virus and things like that. So I watched half of the episode, and it made me feel the way other shows have making me feel, and it's not their fault. I mean, I know shows have to do what they have to do, but it's like I'm grateful that CBS loves the show so much, because I love the show, that they're like, we're going to try whatever we can to get another episode out there for the fans. But whenever it's, because I don't know what it is, because I'm living that life. We're right here, we're virtually talking right now. You're at home, I'm at home, and we're trying to do a show right here. But for some reason, I can't watch other people doing those things when I know that it's based on a different type of platform, and I just don't get any entertainment from it. I'm a wrestling fan, and they're wrestling in empty stadiums. I cannot watch that without the roar of the crowd. I like it as like a one-off, and like it was great to see the Parks and Rec characters back, because that's like a total comfort food show for me. Yes.
It does really drive it home of like just how wild this all is, and just how awful it is, and like just how intense this whole experience is.
Right.
It's like, I'll take like a one-off, but I kind of had to give up on SNL. It's like, this is just bumming me out. Like, this is just reminding me how much we're all stuck. And honestly, I appreciate shows trying to do it, but there's a bit of like, I have such a huge back catalog of like TV I'm trying to catch up on right now that was filmed in the before times that I don't really need a bunch of people trying to make more stuff on Zoom. Obviously, this I consider like a one-off for a great cause, like Mazel Tov, do that. But I definitely don't want shows to start trying to come back under those parameters.
Exactly. I would rather they just save the film, or just wait it out if they can. If they can, I understand. But I 100% agree with what you're saying. Like I gave the first one for SNL a shot, and it was okay, but I didn't like it. I felt like, okay, I can see this on YouTube. I can do this myself. And but I understand the situation, and I'm glad that they're pushing forward. But it's like you said, it kind of bumps me out. But I do have to say that SNL did better the second time around. I did like the second one better than the first one, so I'll give them a shot. Other talk shows like The Late Show and things like that. Some people like I think is it Jimmy Fallon? I think Jimmy Fallon's doing it good with his family. I think what's his name from the Late Show? He was also on SNL. Forgot. I think he's on CBS. It's the Late Show. Yeah, he struggled, and the funny, like the first couple of shows he did it, he struggled. On TBS, oh, what's her name? I'm so bad with names. Why am I always forgetting names? The lady, there's just a bunch of others, hosts and TV hosts that they knew how to handle it because I guess they know the technology better. And some people struggled, and some people just don't. But shows like All Rise, I guess I got 10 minutes into it, and I understood what they were going for, and I was grateful. I was like, wow, I'm glad I'm watching another episode. But 10 minutes into it, I'm like, I feel like I missed my calling. I should have been cast on the show. I feel like I was watching. I feel like I was watching our conversation right here, and our lighting is better. I don't know. Maybe
I do love. Am I the only one who like is low key obsessed with seeing the inside of celebrities' houses? Like, I hate when they're up against a wall. I'm like, no, show me your living room, coward. I'm so nosy. I like want to know. I'm like, where do you live? Like, show me.
You know what? And I think you're right. I think for this episode, I think that obviously they're probably at home recording.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, one of the characters was like, he was exercising, and I was like, wait a second, you're in character, you're playing your character. You're supposed to be at home and you're doing a home workout. And he's exercising on his patio. But his character lives in like a high rise. And I just thought of that. So now I think I'm about to go back, finish watching the show, and kind of pick out how you're obviously, pretending to be in character from home.
Similarly with Parks and Rec, they kept having to explain like, why are Andy and April in two different rooms? Because obviously they get together.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'm wondering if that's what they should try to do. Like if they get a camera set up and you get a green screen. I think that's what SNL did a little bit. But we can probably go on and on about this one, guys. Let us know what you guys think about. Do you appreciate that some of these shows are obviously they're getting renewed, like All Rises. Parks and Rec they did that just for a charity, so maybe you can disassociate it better because you know exactly what they were trying to do. It was something like, this is for the fans for a show that's already been canceled. But how do you feel about the shows that are currently running that are trying to film during these weird times, like wrestling, for example, the latest episode of All Rise? Are you okay with it, or does it like it does to me and Amy? Does it bum you out? Let us know what you guys think. Comment below, and let us know what you guys think about that. So moving on to the next topic.